Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Navneet. I am a student of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. Today I am going to give the presentation on the topic working of electrical vehicles. Electrical vehicles are the future of transportation. They are quite efficient and clean. In this presentation, we will learn about the basics of EVs, their components, battery technology, charging methods, advantages, their disadvantages, and their future prospects. So let's move on to the presentation. Basic of electrical vehicle. What are the basics which are important for the electrical vehicles? One is battery pack. We all know electrical vehicles are running basically just as the name says, it runs on electricity. So we have to store it somewhere. This electricity is provided to the different components for different works, right? So we have to store it. So we can say that the battery pack is the heart of an EV, electrical vehicle. EV is for short, okay? So what it does is it stores electrical energy that powers the car. It is the heart of the electrical vehicle. We can say basically most important thing. The other part is controller board. The electrical energy which is stored inside our battery pack, it is regulated through which is commanded by the control board. It is regulated to the electrical motor. What does electrical motor do? Electrical motor converts electrical energy into mechanical energy, right? And we have to do motion. So it regulates this energy from battery pack to electrical motor. That's the work of our controller board. The power controller board regulates the power flow from the battery to the electrical motor. It controls the speed, torque, and the direction of motor, right? And what does the electrical motor do? We have already seen the definition. It converts electrical energy into mechanical energy, right? So we can say that electrical motor is the powerhouse of an electrical vehicle. So what are the components of electrical vehicles? Like the working, we have seen the working, right? That how electricity is stored, then it is regulated, and then it is provided to the motor. With the help of it, we run the car. What are some components which are present in the car? One is onboard charger. Just like how we use our fuels, when it gets exhausted, we refuel it, right? Exactly, just like that, when we are using any EV, which is electrical vehicle, the charge gets exhausted. We have to recharge it. So for that, we have an onboard charger which basically converts AC electricity from the power grid into DC electricity that can be stored again inside the battery pack or battery. Now we have heard about AC to DC converter, DC to AC converter. What is this DC converter and what does it do inside the car? So the DC converter basically converts high voltage of DC electricity from the battery to low voltage DC electricity that powers the car's auxiliary system. You're getting it? That current which is inside the battery, it is being taken. It is high voltage DC electricity. It is converted into low voltage DC to power the auxiliary systems present inside the car. The third component is inverter. Again, it converts DC electricity from the battery to AC electricity that drives the electrical motor. We know that we need AC electricity for the movement of our motor. And we have the onboard computer. Like the technology is developing, our user, the driver should know what is going inside his car, right? So this onboard computer manages the system of cars, okay? It will tell you everything which is needed to know, whether it is about climate or about motor. It provides the driver about basic information, everything, entertainment, everything. So that is the job of our onboard computer. You can read the definitions which are provided on the presentation. Now we'll move on to the next topic, which is battery technology. Remember I said that battery is the heart of the EV. So what are the components which are used to make this? So in the beginning, during 1990s, we used to use the nickel cadmium combination, right? It was cheap, but it was heavy, toxic, and prone to memory effects, so it was having some disadvantages. So we started using new combination in the early 2000s, which was nickel metal hydride combination. It gives more denser energy, or we can say more energy, which was dense, and it was compared to nickel cadmium, of course, and it was still heavy. It was expensive, and it was not environmental friendly. It was not good for our nature. So we bought another beautiful combination, which is lithium ion uh, combination. Like we CSE people, when we are reading chemistry, we know it, right? We are reading about this combination, and again, that's another concept or another subject. So we are using it because it is lighter, the energy is dense, it is fast charging, right? I mean, it is expensive now, but the prices are falling because the demand is increasing, so the production is increasing, so the prices is falling. And again, it is another concept in business. So get back to our topic. It needs proper recycling. This is important. We cannot reuse this, we have to recycle it properly. And next topic is charging methods. How do we charge it? We have three basic methods to charge our EV. One is public charging, which we do it in outside mostly, which is that there is this power grid or sockets. We use it like public charging stations, which are located in parking lots, garages, and streets. They provide us level 1, which is 120 volt of AC, to level 3, 480 volt of DC. Yes, it is DC charging. This method is done in public charging. Another method which we use is home charging. Home charging stations are installed in garages or driveways. They provide level 1, which is 120 volt of AC, to level 2, which is 240 volt of AC charging. Be careful, level 2 has AC in it and level 3 has DC in it. Okay. Now another method which is not that common because it is very expensive, which is wireless charging. Okay, we don't need to connect anything. We just have to use induction technology to transfer energy from a charging pad on the ground to the coil in the car. This is the coil, we drive the car over it and keep it here. It will charge with the help of induction technology, and then we'll move the car. We don't need to plug anything. So this is the charging method. Now we'll move to the another concept, which is very important. Like everything has its pros and cons, right? So here the advantages of electrical vehicles, like it is our future, we are going to use it. So first beautiful advantage is cleaner environment. It will not produce that pollution which was being produced by our fossil fuel vehicles, which use petrol, diesels, right? So EVs produce no tailpipe emissions and reduces air pollution, which is a very big concept, a very big threat to the humanity. So we have to reduce it. Then because they use renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydropower, we use it to generate the electricity. Yeah. Another advantages is fuel savings. EVs cost less to operate than gasoline cars. They have fewer moving parts and require less maintenance. Like if the parts is less, we have to maintain, we have to check the maintenance of less amount of parts. So obviously maintenance is less. It is electricity is cheaper compared to gasoline. You can see the prices are increasing. So it is cheaper also in most areas. Another third, and I think very good advantage it is, which is superior performance. EVs have instant torques. You can literally see the acceleration. It is very fast, and it's so smooth. Like you don't feel that raise when you're riding it. Like it's so smooth, and it operates quietly. Okay, so you don't have to like it doesn't sound too wild until and unless you're doing something externally, obviously. And it has a very good lower center of gravity, so we can handle it very perfectly, or like it is for better handling, of course. But if something is having any advantages, it will also have disadvantages, of course. So what are the disadvantages of EVs? It has limited range. Like on one shot, like one charge, it will run fewer miles compared to our gasoline cars when we used to do a full tank. Then we have to improve new battery for it, right? And we have to check the charging infrastructure. So this is what it is saying, ki EVs can travel fewer miles on a single charge than gasoline cars on a full tank. This is improving with new battery technology and charging infrastructure, right? This is improving. One day we'll have better cars which will run more distance compared to our gasoline cars. Then charging time, EVs take longer to charge than gasoline cars to refuel. Like level 3 charging can provide up to 80% charge in 30 minutes, but most charging is done at home. Like you just take up go to the petrol pump, you just keep it will fill in within minutes, like within seconds if it is not excess. But when you're charging, it will take minutes. Sometimes it might take hours, who knows. So yeah, charging time is more, and we have higher upfront cost. Like EVs are more expensive to buy than gasoline cars due to the cost of batteries and reduced manufacturing scale. This is decreasing with subsides and mass production. Just like I told you, if the demand is increasing, they'll produce more and the cost will decrease. Yeah. And the charging infrastructure is also one of the main disadvantages. Like they need a reliable and an accessible, charging network. This is improving, but still sparse in some areas, right? It is not available everywhere. So we have to see some comparison among the everybody's stakeholders or kind of a thing. And last, I think we have to see what is the future of our beautiful electrical vehicle, right? So we have increased adoption. Like we are expected that the price with the like it will reach around what we have with our gasoline cars. It will by 2027, like the cost will be neck to neck, like nearly, right? So people will start buying EV. Nowadays it's cost a little bit higher, but that during that time it will lower, okay? And they will become more affordable and available to mainstream consumers, right? Customers, whatever you say. And we will have improved batteries. New batteries technology will increase range, reduce charging time, and lower the costs. Solid state batteries and battery swapping are promising in areas of research. I told you it will provide us with many things. Then we will have a smart grid integration, which is EV can provide storage and balancing service to provide the power grid. They can charge during off-peak hours and discharge during peak hours, reducing the strain and cost, right? So these was something about future aspects of our electrical vehicles. So with this, I would like to end my topic. Thanks a lot if you are with me till the end. I hope you liked my video. If you liked it, please drop a like, share, subscribe, and please comment and tell me how can I improve and what should I do. Thank you.